What's going on, everybody? My name's Eli and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, a long-awaited video that I said I was gonna do, I'm going to be taking a few questions of the DAT and kind of showing you guys how I would work through the questions, etc., etc. So a few days ago, I posted this community post and, I said, hey, I see that the DAT bootcamp lets you take full-length practice tests. Do you guys want to see me go through a few problems on a practice DAT test and show you guys how I would go through the problems? And I got, some good comments. Somebody said, hey, I need to see if you still got it. Somebody else said they need to see me go through some problems just to help them out. So, I feel like you guys might underestimate my abilities a little bit. I don't know. So we're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, I do appreciate those who commented on the community post because comments go far. I need to know what you guys want to see. That's the best way for me to know. So thank you to everyone that commented. Before we get into the content of the video, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button for me. I make videos every week and you don't want to miss them. Here on this channel, I make vlogs going through my dental school journey, as well as other videos for pre-dents and, things like this, just dental related content. So give me a subscribe and you definitely won't regret it. So I want to point out a few things before I take these practice problems or this practice test, whatever you want to call it. One, I took the DAT 2 years ago in October of 2019. Which means this information is definitely not fresh in my head. So bear with me. I did not do any studying for this because I'm already as busy as it gets, and I did not plan on studying to retake the DAT. If you want to know what I got on my DAT, you can check out my video on how I studied for the DAT, and trust me, when I needed to, I performed well. I'm not too concerned with the DAT right now. Another thing I want to mention, you guys are going to see from this video that the DAT is not a test that you can just wake up and take based on, your knowledge from your college classes or dental school, whatever. The DAT is a test that you need to study for. Too many people tell me that they take the DAT and they didn't take it seriously or they didn't take it long enough. Let me be the first person to tell you, you need to seriously study for this exam to do well. This exam is not something you can just wing or guess your way through. You need to study and be familiar with the material and try to master the material if you want to get a good score on the DAT. So I'm going to go through the questions based on the subject. The way that the DAT bootcamp practice tests are set up is that they have individual subject tests, and those questions are the same as what they put on their full-length test, just all combined into one test. When you're doing full-length practice tests for the DAT, you want to make sure that you are simulating the real test. So you want to have no distractions. You want to take the timing seriously. Timing is half the game when it comes to this test. And you want to make sure that you go through the whole test, look at your scores and see where you can improve. So just a spoiler, I am not going to be taking the full DAT. I don't know if I mentioned that already. What I plan on doing is doing maybe 3 or 4 questions in each section. That's all that I really have time for. So I am done school on May 14th this semester. If y'all can get 100 likes on this video before May 14th, I'll take the full DAT and share my scores. No studying because I'm not putting myself through that again. I'll take the full DAT and post my scores if you guys can get this video to 100 likes before May 14th. Okay? But right now, we're only doing maybe 20 questions or so. Alright, so let's get started. Number 1. Which cell type is responsible for secreting gastric juice? Let me make sure I put screenshots of the questions. Okay, so which cell type is responsible for secreting gastric juice? So we just took physiology. We actually just had our GI and renal exam on December 6th. So this information is kind of fresh in my head. I know the answer is parietal cells. A species of plant secretes a chemical into the surrounding soil that kills seeds from any other species of plant. What is this an example of? I have no idea. I would assume that it's one of these competition answers. I literally have no idea though. Let's go with exploitation competition. I have no idea. What would be expected if the homeobox of a honeybee embryo's genome is genetically altered? Oh, let me make sure I put the screenshot. Larval organs undergo uncontrollable apoptosis. Additional pair of antennae develop at the bee's legs. Abnormal body symmetry develops spiral cleavage. Notochord fails to induce the formation of the neural tube. Adult insects reproduce via parthenogenesis. Okay, so the key words in this question are the homeobox. So you need to know what the homeobox is responsible for. I'm pretty sure that it's it has to do with like basically where a gene is expressed. Therefore, I'm going to go with additional pair of antenna develops at the bee's legs. I'm not sure if that's correct, but we're going to see. Okay, so review, submit all answers, show results. I got 2 out of those 3 correct. So, number 1 was parietal cells. Number 2 was allelopathy, which is a type of interference competition where the establishment of other individuals who would compete for a mutual resource is prevented. Okay, that's probably something you would know if you studied. Number 3 was correct. There are many factors that decide how a fetus develops, blah, blah, blah. Hox genes are a subset of homeobox genes that specify regions of the body plan along the head to tail axis. So the reason I kind of knew that is because we also took genetics this semester. I figured that I would be kind of fine with the biology section without studying in advance. However, the rest of these sections I am a little nervous about. Okay, so next we're going to do the general chemistry test. I have scrap paper here on my iPad that I think I might need for this. Oh my gosh. Okay. A sample of chromium oxide is 76.5% chromium by weight. What is the simplest formula of the oxide? Okay, so I don't even know off the top of my head what the formula for chromium oxide is. But chromium, it has a atomic mass of 52 grams. They provide a periodic table. Oxygen is 16 grams. So if you add 52 and 16, you get 68. 52 divided by 68 is there a calculator on here? I'm gonna use the calculator on my laptop. Do they give you a calculator on the DAT? I don't even remember. That's how long ago I took the DAT. 52 divided by 68 is 76.47. So the simplest formula must be CRO. Okay, next. I don't know if I screenshot that. Okay, single, double, and triple covalent bonds exist in chemistry. Why does N2 have a triple covalent bond whereas O2 only has a double covalent bond. So, actually, let me post a scrap paper from the last question. Now I'm going to erase it and work this out. So, N2 has a triple covalent bond, and then each of them have one like lone pair of electrons, because N has like 5, whereas O has a double covalent bond, and each one has 2 pairs of electrons, because they have 6 electrons, 2 lone pairs. So having 5 valence electrons, yeah, I think it's B. Oxygen is more electronegative and therefore cannot, oxygen is more electronegative, I think. I'm trying to think of the trends. I can't remember. I know like all of them go down to the left. To the right. Nitrogen has 5 valence electrons and does fill its octet by sharing 3. That's true. Next. Which element has the smallest first ionization energy? I'm going to need the periodic table for this. N, nitrogen, carbon, boron. What's B? I don't know. Beryllium or lithium. Is B beryllium? I think it is. Okay, so like I said, almost all of the trends go down to the right, but I think ionization energy is like one of the ones that go the opposite way. I don't know. I'm going to go with lithium. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's review the answers. Also, I'll show you guys my scrap paper from the last question. Submit answers. Which ones did I get wrong or right? I got all 3 of them right. Okay. General chemistry, I remember something. Okay, now if you've already watched how I studied for the DAT video, you know that organic chemistry, not my thing. Okay? Not my thing. So we're gonna breeze through these. Screenshot them. What are the 2 Bronsted-Lowry bases in the following equilibrium? Okay, so a base donates a proton. Acids accept a proton. Wait a minute. A base... No, acids donate a proton. Bases accept a proton. Meaning CH3NH2 would be a base. And then on the other side, OH minus would be a base. I think. What is the IUPAC name of the following molecule? Ooh, I don't even remember how to name these. I don't need this anymore. 2,2-dimethyl, 3-chloro, 3-fluoro, 4-propyl octane. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Butyl heptane. Oh, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so alphabetical, chlorofluoro. I'm gonna go with C. I don't really know. Which of the following is a meso compound? Doesn't that mean like front and back? I'm gonna go with B. We're not spending too much time on these. Actually, let me screenshot because I forgot. Let's review. We're gonna breeze past Orgo because Orgo is not my friend. I got 2 out of 30 right. So not 2 out of 30. 2 out of 3 right. The one I got wrong was number 3, the meso compound. The answer was A. In order for a molecule to be meso, it must have chiral centers and a plane of symmetry. Molecule A has 2 chiral centers and a plane of symmetry around the oxygen. Okay. 4th section, perceptual ability. Now this is the fun stuff. This I looked at perceptual ability as like the even playing field, because it's not something that you can really study for, and most people like, you know, don't ever have a reason to practice this before studying for the DAT. Perceptual ability is a lot of practice. It's all practice. Because I'm doing these in order, I'm probably gonna get 3 of the same question type in a row. So this question type is the keyhole. Ooh, these used to be a mother. Wow. Oh, I remember hating these. Oh man. So with keyhole, you really have to eliminate like why certain things can't be certain things. So for A, it's too narrow at this long part. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna go with C. No. Wait. Is it long enough there? It's one step. This posts out a little more, but I think that's higher. So I don't think it can be C actually. It's definitely not B because the 2 sides are not even like B shows. E? Why can't it be E? It's not long enough there. Let's go with D. Alright, I don't want to do 3 keyhole problems, so I'm gonna skip to 47. Pattern folding, or hole punching. This is hole punching. This shows you how long it's been. So this is hole punching. You punch the hole there. Okay. Flip it up. So now you have 2 holes. What I used to do, actually, I'm going to show you guys my method for hole punching on my iPad. So I would draw, let's screen record. For hole punching like this, I would draw a 4x4 grid, like where all the holes are. Terrible grid. Okay. Now, first hole punch was here. So when you flip it open the first time, it'll have one there, like when it goes from fold 3 to fold 2. Now, how do you have to fold it to get from 2 to 1? You just open it up down. Like, it's hard to explain, but that means there will be 2 on the side there, and then 2 in the middle bottom ones there. And this is actually supposed to be like terrible grid, but if I can read it, you know. And then when you flip it all the way out to like its perfect square, it would get 2 more here and 2 more there. Oh, I can't even erase like that, but whatever. So my answer would be C. Okay, let's do one more question, 87. And screenshot for you. Oh, this is pattern folding. So, oh, I don't even remember how to do these. I remember this being like one of my hardest ones actually, but judging by so I know it's like a triangle base, like how it shows. Now you just have to figure out where the side part comes out, and actually it might be at the top, because if you look there, it's like it's not in the middle anywhere. It's not even like, let's try D. Alright, so I did number 1, 47, and 87. Show the results. Okay, so I got number 1 correct. I got 47 correct. 87 was wrong. So 87 was supposed to be C. I knew it was one or the other. Okay. Alright, reading comprehension. So I know a lot of people have trouble figuring out what works for them as far as a strategy for reading comprehension. I liked to use the vanilla method where I read the whole passage and then answered questions. I just worked on my timing so that I was able to do that on the exam without running out of time. Other people like to use search and destroy. I think for all purposes of this, I will be using search and destroy just to go quicker. So which of the following is true of mangroves? So I kind of like skimmed through the passage. I probably missed some things because I just didn't really feel like reading all of it. For this question, it says the ash of certain species can be used as a soap substitute. It doesn't say that the ash is used to treat and dye leathers. It says the mangrove bark is. So it's, oh wait, whoops. So that means that's false. Sorry. So C, D, and E. Wait, sorry. C is true. It says they can be used to treat toothaches right here. Mangroves have many medicinal uses, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Mangroves have deep root system because of frequent flooding in the locations they inhabit. So I do remember it mentioning frequent flooding, paragraph 3. Frequent flooding presents another issue for mangroves when inundated by water, soil oxygen is scarce, blah, 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 blah. Mangroves have shallow root systems to capitalize on shallower soil with a higher oxygen content. So, the statement is not. I remember these kind of questions were the type that I had to work on the most with the reading comprehension section. So they do have frequent flooding, right? But they do not have deep root systems for that. So that means the statement is not correct. And the reason, so like the reason is correct if the statement said shallow. But I don't know if that's what the question's asking. We're just going to do it. Okay, which of the following is a quality that is unique to red mangroves? It says the majority of mangroves require animal pollinators for fertilization to take place. An exception to this strategy is a variety of mangrove known as the red mangrove, which performs self-pollination. And so, which of the following is a quality unique to red mangroves? Its seeds are self-pollinated. Next. Okay, let's see. Show results. Okay, got all 3 right. That's why I got 29 reading comprehension. Last one, quantitative reasoning. Now, if there's any section that I think you can't just hop in and do, it's the quantitative reasoning section. Mainly because most people taking the DAT haven't taken math in a few years, and this is also the DAT math is very statistics based and not really like calculus or anything like that. So, question number 1, what is the value of x? Of course I say that, and the first question I get is algebra. What is the value of x? So, the way that I like to do this is chug and plug. If you have the time to do it, or plug and chug, whatever. Put in the answer choices and see what comes up. So, it gives you the question. I don't know if I screenshotted this yet, but 8 over x squared minus 1 times x plus 1 over 7 equals 3. Excuse my messy handwriting. I may have broken my finger. I'm gonna get it checked out when I go back to Boston. I think it's like sprained though. So answer choice A says 1. You can't even put anything over 0, so that would be 0. And then 2 over 7, no. We're gonna do the whole numbers first. So answer number D is 2. 8 over 2 squared, which is 4 minus 3. So 8 over 3 times 3 over 7 would give you, I don't even know how to like properly do this anymore. 50, do you cross multiply? 56 over 9? Is that how you do those? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this answer. I'm gonna skip it. The standard deviation can be actually, so this is a good thing. What I would do on a real test is come back when I have more time, but for all intensive purposes, you never want to leave anything blank. So I'm gonna go with 29 over 21, and yeah, the standard deviation of this. So you have to know how to calculate standard deviation, which would be, dang, I know how to calculate the mean. I don't remember how to calculate standard deviation. DAT Bootcamp does give you a formula sheet that you should study before the math section. That would easily solve my problems for this. So, okay, let's just try to work through this so I don't skip everything here. So the mean would be, well, I don't even have to do math for this. You know that the average is 20. The mean is 20 when it skips like this. The standard deviation is probably 7.5. Did I screenshot that one? The standard deviation for that question is probably 7.5. Okay. And don't ask me how I know this is like a recognition thing. I probably got that wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got it right. Johnny has 15 toys with a total value of $125. Some are worth 5, others are worth 10. How many does he have that are worth $5? So what I would do for this question, did I screenshot it? If he had 5 toys that were $5, then that would come out to $25. That would mean he has 10 toys left that are each $10, which would come out to 100. And so the total would be 125. So yes, 5 toys that are $5. Okay, review, submit answers, finish and show results. I got all 3 of them correct. Okay, so for the people that asked me to do this, I know that this may have been more of like a, or may have seemed more like a, oh, do you still got it type of thing, and may not have helped too much as far as how to take the DAT. I tried to explain like how to go through every question. I hope that you guys got something out of that. Other than that, you guys see, I still got a little something in the tank. I still highly recommend studying. And yeah, you know, this is how it looks when a dental student goes back and takes the DAT. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.